Damn. Cooler and a flyer too.
What it do? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the show that's cooler and fly to A1 Forever Sports. I am Chris Tipmore, the host of A1 Forever Sports, and just want to touch bases. Not on camera on this particular video. Definitely will be this week. We got a few things we're gearing up for, but definitely want to talk about this Falcons win, man. You know, Falcons been getting doubted since before the season. What's going on USA Today? You know, Las Vegas, all them good people, all those good experts and bettors and all that other whatnot who was talking about, oh, the Falcons were going 2-15. Well, looks like you're already wrong, because not only are the Falcons not 2-15, as you see from the picture right here in front of your face, the Falcons improved to 3-3. And we can make arguments about what the Falcons' record could have been by now, but there's no point in doing that. We're 3-3, tied for first, technically in the division. I know Tampa has the tiebreaker right now. See y'all again toward the end of the season. But right now, we have the same record as the division leader. So I'm feeling good about that, feeling good about the win. Food gonna taste great tonight. The wings and everything I had during the game was tasting excellent. And I'm just overly ecstatic about this Falcons win. I want to get into a recap summary about the game. You may hear some noise going on in the background. Doing something a little different today, just being outside a little bit and doing this podcast actually with nature today. So if you hear a little nature call, maybe a bird chirping, I'm not at the zoo. I'm just outside. But let's get into it. So the first quarter, the Falcons started with the ball because San Francisco deferred. So the offensive line, they looked well. They started out kind of like setting the tone, if you ask me. They came out, Algiers was able to pick up like 8 yards on like the first run or whatnot, setting the tone. And I was happy to see such from the boys to make it like a 3rd and 3. After that, Marcus Mariota found Olamide Zaccheaus across the middle on that same 3rd and 3 for a 37-yard pickup, getting big chunks. And Olamide Zaccheaus, man, he has really been like a reliable threat, man. When the chips were down, deep threats, and everything, he really has been able to leave his mark on the game. Not crazy touchdowns or anything like that, but just making plays all season. I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing from Olamide Zaccheaus this season. Also, still on that same first drive, tight end Kyle Pitts picks up a 9-yard reception on his first catch of the day. Another 3rd down with the 9th play on the drive. Homegrown kid Caleb Huntley kept digging, getting the Falcons some yardage, much needed yardage for the first down. And, of course, on 2nd and goal, McCole Pruitt, who was just called up from the practice squad on, like, the day before, he gets the touchdown and the first touchdown of the first half given up by the 49ers this season. Yes, so the Falcons also was able to break the streak that the 49ers had of also having no one score on them on the opening drive, like really since December 5th, 2021. So the Falcons came in setting the tone. And it's not the first time we've seen the Falcons break a good team streak, as they did some things like that earlier in the season against other teams as well. So the Falcons have been basically doing the impossible, doing what other teams have not been able to do. And that's produce touchdowns, produce plays against teams who haven't had many plays or touchdowns, and produced against them. So, but I want to talk about that pass. The pass from Marcus Mariota may have been one of the best looking throws that he has had this season. And I mean, surely just off of pure placement solely, it was either going to be Pruitt or the incomplete pass. Those were the only two options for that pass. 49ers first drive. Falcons defense produced a 3-and-out, headlined by 2 tackles from Grady Jarrett and pressure on third down from Nick Landman, nearly causing a turnover as well. San Francisco only had 4 3-and-outs before Atlanta coming into today. The second drive for the Birds, we seen it derailed by 2 penalties causing a 3-and-out. 2 costly penalties. It really did hurt the Falcons' momentum in that particular point. And then next thing you know, Niners' second drive, they get the drive started, they get the drive going, but oops, there goes running back Jeff Wilson. He coughed the ball up. A.J. Terrell gets the scoop, but Jalen Hawkins got the score because A.J. Terrell had tried to extend, and when he was trying to extend it, switching from the left hand to the right hand, he fumbled, but luckily Jalen Hawkins was right there to corral it before George Kittle could even get his head around to even see where the ball was. So great heads-up play by Hawkins there for the Falcons' defensive touchdown. But quickly, I want to inform everyone that Grady Jarrett, he stacked the lineup and doing Grady Jarrett things. I know a lot of people think it was Troy Anderson, but it was actually Arnold Albercady who helped cause that fumble coming back around to the backside. But Anderson was there too. I want to see more of Albercady, more of Anderson, because Anderson did have a good day today. Falcons up 14-0 at this point. Next Niners drive, Falcons almost got another fumble recovery. But unfortunately for the Birds, San Francisco was able to get it back and continue the drive. 2nd and 5, 49ers on the Falcons' 12-yard line, bubble screen. And the running back Jeff Wilson had a nice block on cornerback A.J. Terrell, and wide receiver Brandon Ayuk walks right into the end zone, making the score 7-14 advantage still Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons' offense was back on the field. 49ers, they made some plays on defense, putting some good pressure on Mariota, and was able to cause the 3-and-out, and able to get the ball back. Falcons punt, and the return for a touchdown was saved by that same linebacker who had a good game, Troy Anderson. Yes, sir. 49ers did have a short field, though, and momentum. And 2nd and 9, with about 7 minutes left in the second quarter, the 49ers would tie the game up on yet another Brandon Ayuk touchdown. I give credit where it's due. It was a great move by Ayuk. He put his foot in the ground, changed his route, got separation. A.J. Terrell leaning and committing to the route one way, and Jimmy G found him, and it was enough space and enough time just for him to get into the end zone, talking about Ayuk. So tie game, 14-14. Falcons, they get the ball back, and they did exactly what they were supposed to do, and I was happy to see it, and that was get back to running the ball. Falcons caused a long drive against that number 1 defense, and on a 3rd and 1, they converted after failing the last couple of times with the ball. Drake London picked up a nice catch and gave some attitude, which is what I love to see. Next play, a great play design on the run. Kyle Pitts sealed the edge for Caleb Huntley, who churned all the way down into the goal line. Immediately, the very next play, Marcus Mariota on the quarterback keeper to give the Falcons the touchdown and the lead. 21-14, Falcons. 49ers, they got the ball back, trying to make some plays happen, but Jimmy Garoppolo is intercepted by the returning Isaiah Oliver to close the half. At the half, the Falcons were winning the time of possession and had more 3rd down conversions, plus total yards over the 49ers. 3rd quarter, one of the worst things happened. Cornerback A.J. Terrell came up gimpy on a long pass attempt from Jimmy G. The pass was incomplete, but Terrell still came up grabbing his right hamstring. And we also saw Terrell go into the tent, but he was able to do a little running, so I'm hopefully that this week he'll progress a little bit more and get a little bit healthier as the week came on. But in came Darren Hall. Falcons were able to cause a 3-and-out on the 49ers, and Avery Williams were able to give the Falcons some breathing room on the punt with his return. Falcons' next drive, keeping at it with the run, wearing down that injured but game Niners defense. Then on another third down, it happened. Marcus Mariota with the touchdown pass to tight end Kyle Pitts. His first touchdown since week 5 of last year. 28-14, Dirty Birds. Niners got the ball back again, and the Falcons would lose yet another defender. Defensive lineman Tyquan Graham went down with it looked like his ankle was stepped on by a 49er. 3rd and 5, Jimmy G can't get the completion because of good pressure from Richie Grant on the blitz. Third quarter was starting to wind down, and a 3rd and 2, Marcus Mariota, he could not get the first down because the 49ers defense remained stout, causing a 3 and out. Moving on into the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter starts after a 5-yard penalty to end the third quarter on the Falcons. Now Darren Hall, remember he came in for A.J. Terrell, and boy did he make some great plays to start off the fourth quarter. As the 49ers had to dedicate to the passing game being down 2 touchdowns, he was able to break up a deep pass to Brandon Ayuk, and then on the next play, Darren Hall was able to make yet another big play on Deebo Samuel, just jumping and competing for the ball, and Jalen Hawkins right there, right place, right time for the interception. Falcons with the ball back, starting to play keep away. Drake London. Listen, y'all, the organization was right. We as fans were wrong about Drake London. He is the best rookie receiver in the league right now, if you ask me. And we have seen him show a lot of attitude today and a lot of fight. He was not afraid, and I love that. I don't want any chumps on my team whatsoever. So shout out to any Falcon fans who loved the Drake London pick from day one. Y'all guys seen it. Some of us didn't, including myself. Moving forward, Falcons were unable to move the ball too far, and a wonderful punt by Pinion down on the 1 by Hodge gave the 49ers a long way to go with not a lot of time left to waste. The 49ers were trying to move the ball, but penalties kept getting in their way, and I was enjoying to see it, and I'm sure the rest of the Falcon fans can feel the same who were in the building. But it wasn't all the 49ers, because the Falcons' defense was also making plays. Guys like Quentin Bell, Rashad Evans, Troy Anderson all making plays, on that particular drive. But 3rd and 12, 49ers did convert, but then immediately got a snapping infraction. So yet another penalty. The Falcons next would lose Casey Hayward and then would lose Isaiah Oliver on this same drive as the time kept winding down on the Niners. 3rd and 1, 3 minutes and 16 seconds left to go in the game. D. Alford checks in and made a play on Tevin Coleman along with Mike Ford. Big 3rd down stop. So now it's 4th down. You know the 49ers are going for it. And Jimmy G, incomplete to Deebo Samuel, causing a turnover on downs. 49ers had an 8-minute drive and came away with no points. That would turn out to be the last time the 49ers would see the ball with meaningful time. Shout out to the Falcons defense, y'all. Shout out to them boys. Bending, losing players, but still not breaking. Holding the 49ers to 14 points. 21 points in the first half on the 49ers defense. First time that happened this year. I don't want to hear anything about no injuries either, because the Falcons was losing players during the game, and they have been their own injuries that they were dealing with anyway. And if it was the Falcons, no one would have gave the Falcons the benefit of the doubt. So give the Falcons that W and tell the 49ers to hold that L. 2-15, huh? 2-15. I think I may get a shirt made and just wear it around. It's just gonna say 2-15 with a question mark next to it. Because boy, y'all sure don't know what y'all talking about. I don't know no Falcon fan, personally, no Falcon fan that really believed that 2-15 was realistic. But doubt us now, we'll prove you wrong later. Getting into some final numbers before we get up out of here. 49ers, top performers. Jimmy Garoppolo, 29 for 41, 296 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Jeff Wilson, 7 carries for 25 yards. Yes, the Falcons defense held the 49ers to only 50 rushing yards. And they're a great rushing attack. That's the crazy thing. Moving on, Brandon Ayuk and George Kittle both had 8 receptions for 83 yards. Ayuk with 2 touchdowns, of course. On defense, you already know that Warner guy. Yeah, that one. 10 total tackles, 8 solo. He was everywhere, all over the field, but he's one of the best linebackers in the league, so that's honestly expected of him. But, of course, let's talk about the winning team. Marcus Mariota, 13 for 14, 129 yards, 2 touchdowns. Passer rating, 144.6. Hey, man, I just had to throw that in there for him. He had a good day. I'll give him his respect. Moving forward, Caleb Huntley, 16 carries, 59 yards. Tyler Algiers, 15 carries, 51 yards. Olamide Zaccheaus, 4 catches, 58 yards. Drake London, 3 for 40. And, of course, Kyle Pitts, 3 for 19, but he had a good touchdown. On defense, in his first NFL start, Troy Anderson, 13 total tackles, 7 solo. Rashad Evans, 12 total tackles, 7 solo. Richie Grant even had 6 and 5 solo. The Atlanta Falcons were 9 of 14 on 3rd down today. And they also had 168 total rushing yards. Again, holding the 49ers to 50. Time of possession, advantage Falcons. 33 minutes and 25 seconds to 26 minutes and 35 seconds of the 49ers. And also, Marcus Mariota had a clean game. No fumbles, no picks. Got to give that man his props. He had a great game today. Great to see it. Let's build off of it. He did get sacked twice, but hey, he still had a great game. Let's enjoy this win, y'all. Let's enjoy the fact that everyone was wrong, just like most of us thought they would be. Shout out again to USA Today or whoever, CBS Sports, who else am I forgetting? Las Vegas. You know, everyone who, just was doubting these Falcons, who are in contention for the number 1 seed in the NFC South. Isn't that something? But until next time, y'all, peace and blessings to you all. Thank you all for checking out my videos. Please like, share, subscribe. Continue to try to run this channel up and make it the best that I possibly can be. So, be generational, because it's always time to be. Why settle for less when you can have more with the vision? The show A1 Forever Sports, Cooler and Fly 2. Chris Tip Moore. I'll holler.
A1! 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 Yeah, truly. Cooler and I'm flyer too. Jam! Cooler and I'm flyer too.